Got the record, better get off my track. Yeah, in the big leagues, now it's a fact. Can't take you seriously. Think that you wanna go? Can't catch me too slow. Look, now I'm on a roll. All you can say is blah 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 blah. Look, now I'm on a roll. Blah 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 blah. All I hear is blah blah blah.
Welcome to Crown Point, Indiana, and welcome to the Crown Point High School Gymnasium here for tonight's matchup. The Lake Central Indians and the Crown Point Bulldogs, a rivalry matchup here tonight.
When you throw it out, give it right back. Got the record, better get off my track.
Alongside Braydon Zamojski, it is good to be back. The Crown Point Bulldogs, 17-1 on the year. Their only loss coming to Gary 21st Century, and they're 6-0 in the conference. As for the Indians, 10-9, 1-5 in the Duneland. Braydon, what's the story tonight?
You know, seventh game for both teams, but totally different stories. LC looking to find their ground and Crown Point looking to maintain their dominance.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a rivalry matchup, a DAC matchup. And here we go with the starting lineups of the Crown Point Bulldogs. Starting at guard, a senior back from injury, Kingston Rhodes. Starting at guard, headed to Bellarmine University, Mason Darrell, another senior, 6 of the seniors on this team. Senior night tonight, he is one of them. Also starting at guard, another senior, a Maryville transfer, Bryce Peters. And a University of Illinois Chicago commit, Dikembe Shaw, another one of the seniors, 6'7", 209 pounds. And lastly, starting at center, a junior, number 35, Cooper Molaski, standing at 6'7", 210 pounds. And those are the starting lineups for the Crown Point Bulldogs. And now to Lake Central Indians, starting at guard, Cooper Cronky, starting at guard as well. Christian Martinez, a sophomore and senior respectfully. David Aguilera, Jacob Billmeyer, and Noah Einert. And we get underway here in Crown Point, the Crown Point Bulldogs and the Lake Central Indians. Here we go, live from the Crown Point Gymnasium here on senior night. 6 seniors on this Crown Point team, 4 of them in the starting lineup here tonight. Mason Darrell, Kingston Rhodes, Dikembe Shaw, Bryce Peters, 4 of them, and Jack Lux, the other senior on this team, as well as Caden Rhodes. Kingston Rhodes is back from injury. I bet the Bulldogs are glad to have him back, Braydon.
Yeah, definitely. He's a player that has kind of exploded here in his senior year, really brought a lot of depth and the speed of his game.
And there's Dikembe Shaw right away getting the scoring started with a 3 from the corner.
He normally doesn't take long to fire up, and he has really showed out here in his senior year.
Jacob Billmeyer bringing the ball up early for the Indians, handing it off to Cooper Cronky, the senior guard, 5'10", 145 pounds, up top to their star player, Einert, who we talked about before the broadcast started. He goes right at Molaski and lays it in.
That's just a physical play from a nice, tall player, nice, tall forward, and something Dikembe Shaw is going to have to look at underneath.
Shaw, another 3, and he's off to a hot start. Here he goes, 2 for 2 from 3 for Dikembe Shaw. Cooper Cronky again to carry the ball up. They give it right to Billmeyer, who's playing kind of a guard/forward tonight, guarded by Dikembe Shaw. Cronky around the screen, 3's no good. Rebound wrestled away by Einert, puts it up, contested, and it's good. And the referees, it's a stoppage here early, and looks like they're just going to inbound. So 5-4 early on. At Dikembe Shaw, first 3 was not a 3. Or excuse me, his second quote-unquote 3 was a 2 there. So 5-4, he's 2 for 2 to start, only 1 for 1 from 3.
Worst shot in basketball, Gabe, where your foot's on the line and you're all the way out there.
Darrell drives, a little floater is good, right at Einert.
There's that skill from Mason Darrell. You're going to see it a lot tonight, using his speed to get up and over the defenders.
Here comes Billmeyer, double teamed by Rhodes. Drives to the corner. Back up to Einert, who's playing up top this time. Billmeyer, a corner 3 on Molaski is good. Swished right through, and he says something to the Crown Point bench over there. Guys are laughing over there on the bench, and it's tied at 7 here early. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Dikembe Shaw at the free throw line, backing down Einert, fades, drives inside, left-handed is good.
I say this every time we watch Dikembe Shaw play, but he always amazes me at his ability to get off coverage, shake off pressure, and find his way to the rim. That's exactly what he did right there.
David Aguilera bringing the ball up this time for the Indians. Gets it back to Einert, who's going to be probably the star player tonight. Ball stolen away by Mason. There on the fast break. He goes up and lays it in. Caught a piece of the rim on that layup.
I think he wanted to do a special dunk early in this first quarter of senior night, but it looked like he jumped a little too early, and then he just threw something, maybe a bracelet on the court off to the side.
Under 5 minutes to play. Good defensive pressure from Darrell. Ball forced out of bounds. Kroenke was being guarded there, and Christian Martinez to inbound right over by the Crown Point bench. Dikembe's 6'7" frame guarding him. Back out to Bill Meyer up top. Wanted to step into a three there. It would have been a deep one. Back over to Bill Meyer. Now here comes Einert down underneath. Lays that one up, in and out. Molaski gets the rebound. Here comes Kingston Rhodes pushing it up the floor. 4.5 minutes to play. Peters into the corner, backs out, back to Rhodes. Rhodes swings it to Dikembe Shaw. 11-7 is your score here early for the Bulldogs. Molaski swings it over. Peters to Kingston Rhodes in the corner. Pump fakes the three, drives in on Einert. The layup is no good, but he will get 2 free throws.
Gabe, something Crown Point's going to have to watch out for as this game goes on is Noah Einert under the basket and in tight. He's been playing very physically, has had a big presence down low, and he's already been contributing for LC, something that is going to continue as this game goes on.
A 6'3", 195-pound senior on this team. He has been tremendous this year for the Indians, contributing mightily to this team, the leading scorer with 17.1 points per game and averaging over 8 rebounds per game as well. Rhodes' second free throw is good, 1 of 2 at the line there, and his twin brother Caden checking right back in. And in the absence of Kingston, he was incredible.
Yeah, I know we talked about early in the season before Kingston went down with an injury, how impactful Kingston had become to this team, and it almost seemed like Caden, as his twin, did exactly the same, and it brought that same impact. So now when you have 2 of them playing at a high level, that's what you're going to get.
Stolen away by Molaski. He's on the fast break now. A Euro step layup lands short, tipped around. Caden Rhodes with a floater is good.
Cooper Molaski trying to show off a little bit of fancy footwork there, but unable to put that ball up.
Einert down the court. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Molaski. Doesn't like that call, and we're over halfway through the first quarter now. And MJ Wilson, the star sophomore guard, who, I mean, incredible. He's a sophomore. I get him for 2 more years after this year, checking in for Cooper Molaski. 3:51 to go.
Yeah, and MJ Wilson, he has definitely brought it emotional back to this team. He plays very fast, very similar to Mason Darrell.
Jacob Billmeyer again up top handling the ball. Seems to be he will be the majority ball handler tonight. Fades into Peters, nothing there. Underneath to Einert again, who's guarded by Dikembe Shaw this time. As Molaski checked out, 3.5 minutes to go. Bumps into Dikembe Shaw. Foul is called. Dikembe doesn't like it. And Einert will go to the line for 2.
There again is that physical play from Einert, able to draw that foul against Dikembe Shaw. Someone who we don't see foul a lot, especially under the rim. Einert catches him slipping there.
Einert's first free throw, no good. In the student section, a packed one tonight, is loving this one. As Einert misses his first free throw, also a very packed Lake Central student section tonight as well. Second free throw from Einert is no good as well. 0 for 2 on his first 2 free throws of the night. Caden Rhodes brings it up for the Bulldogs. Bryce Peters back over to Rhodes. It looks like the Indians here, Braydon, are playing a zone. Rhodes goes right in between the zone and lays it in with his left
There's
hand.
that speed from, I mean, both Rhodes brothers have this speed, and that's how you beat that zone, cut right through the middle. The LC defenders don't collapse on it, and he has a free lane right to the basket.
Billmeyer drives in, slapped away by Wilson. Here comes Caden Rhodes on the break. Peters drives in, kicks it out to Caden Rhodes. He drives back in underneath the Peters. He's fouled and 1.
This ball movement from Crown Point is something that we talk in and night out. They're able to shake coverage, find open guys, and always find that mismatch.
18-7 early, 11-point lead for the Crown Point Bulldogs with 2:59 to play. Peters at the line for the first time tonight. Mason Darrell checks out. And Bryce Peters' first and only free throw is no good off the front of the rim. Jacob Billmeyer comes away with another rebound. 2:50 to go. Billmeyer averaging 3.5 rebounds per game on the season. Einert drives down into MJ Wilson, backing him down, trying to get a spin move. Thought he traveled, and he did. In the Crown Point student section, loving that one as well.
That's a relief for Einert as he actually advocates to the ref that he thought he was fouled after going up for that shot. MJ Wilson getting a little bit of free contact there with the travel call.
2.5 minutes to play. 18-7 is the score. The Bulldogs lead the Indians by 11. Looks like a 2-3 zone here from the Indians, Braydon. Peters on the wing to Rhodes, swung over to Wilson. Wilson, a three is no good. Rebound, Caden Rhodes on the follow is good.
We've seen MJ Wilson kind of struggle with his three-point shooting this year and shooting from range specifically, but Caden Rhodes doing an amazing job to get up there and get that rebound. And that 2-3 zone, Gabe, I kind of want to talk about that because what they're doing is they're trying to defend the basket. They know this Crown Point team is going to try to go in tight. They know both Rhodes brothers have not really liked to shoot from range, and so they're trying to take away that middle.
We're going to head it down to our courtside reporter, Ariana Pantoja.
Hopefully we'll see more of it later on. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ariana, down there on the court. The Lake Central Indians and the Crown Point Bulldogs, a rivalry matchup here tonight. The Indians are 1-5 in conference play. They have been struggling so far this season, and this would be a huge upset win if they can come in the Crown Point. So far, not looking good, though, Braydon.
Yeah, and I will say Noah Einert has to produce, but we have to, the Indians, have to get more depth. You know, get Jacob Billmeyer going, David Aguilera, Cooper Cronky, some more shooting and more scoring. They have not really shot the ball that much. They've kind of been trying to set up plays, set up quality shots. At this point in the game, you're already down 13 in the first quarter. I'm looking for quantity, not quality.
Yeah, and Noah Einert has been the guy they've been going to on basically every single possession, and they will have to mix it up, as you said, if they want to even have a shot at beating this Crown Point team. And it looks like the Bulldogs are going to a full court press here.
And they have a little bit, Lake Central is a little bit more of a bigger presence now in with Evan Gellerin, the senior 6'5", 250 pounds. So that 2-3 zone would be a little more effective and a little more effective under the basket on offense.
Einert gets out of the backcourt. A great pass from Cronky to Martinez, and he hits a three.
There's that shooting from Lake Central that they desperately need. Now only a 10-point lead for Crown Point.
Kembe, a no-look pass to Wilson, kicks it back out to Kembe Shaw. Three is good. He's hitting everything, 3 for 3 so far tonight.
There's a reason why he's playing Division I basketball. And we've actually seen his three-point shooting get better as the season goes on, which, I mean, you see this right now and you think this is amazing. So if he's been on a linear kind of expansion here, I want to see what it's like come state playoff time.
Evan Geller, three is no good. Just checked into the game for the Indians. Wilson swings it over to Peters. Caden Rhodes up top. The guards are sitting way outside the three-point line right now. Dikembe Shaw, pump fakes the corner three, steps back, tries another one. That one's an air ball. Peters comes away with the rebound. It was tipped away by Rhodes. Jack Lux, one of the 5 seniors on this team in the game for the first time. Caden Rhodes outside. Lux, MJ Wilson, a three. Good!
You know, I'm actually surprised that Jack Lux didn't pull that as the LC defender was closing in. He's a guy on this team that likes shooting threes, and he likes shooting a lot of them.
Under 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Einert drives in a little jumper right in front of the Kembe Shaw's no good. Wilson comes away with the rebound. 16-point lead for the Bulldogs. Peters holding the ball. Kingston Rhodes and Reed Kagi at the scorer's table. They may not get in till the second quarter. Under a half minute to play. Bulldogs maybe just trying to use up some time here to end the quarter. Peters directing the offense. Lux, Wilson, some confusion here. Looks
Coach
like they're just
Swan
running out the
upset
clock.
over on his side of the court. Not
Wilson!
happy with that shot. And that goes in, and Coach Swan is over there yelling. He is not happy with that shot selection from MJ Wilson, whether it goes in or not.
Stolen Peters, a lob to Wilson, and he lays it in. There could have been an explosive dunk there, and that will end the first quarter. A dominant first quarter here to start at Crown Point. The Bulldogs lead the Indians 31-10, a 21-point lead here at the end of the first quarter. And we're going to throw it down to our courtside reporter, Jayla Miller.
He's only holding the Bulldogs to one shot, but he also wants them to be extremely disruptive on defense. So far, they've done an incredible job, especially Dikembe Shaw, really embracing senior night, already scoring 10 points in the first quarter. The Dogs are going to have a great game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jayla. Excellent job down there on the court. Dikembe Shaw, she's right, 10 of the 31 just in the first quarter. We've seen Dikembe Shaw have a few big scoring nights, and he's on pace for another big one with 10 in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I kind of want to point attention to some of the other players on the team, specifically Mason Darrell. As Coach Schwann sent him over the scores table to check in for the second quarter, he looked at him and pointed at his head, telling Mason to not let your emotions get into this one. We know, we both talk about all the time how Mason is an emotional leader, but when he gets his emotions too high, it's his basketball game suffers.
And the girls basketball team down there getting their recognition as well. Senior night here at Crown Point High School. If you were just joining us here on the Bulldog Network, I'm Gabe Trevino alongside Braydon Zamojski. We thank you for joining us here on this Friday night. A packed gym here in Crown Point for senior night. The Bulldogs lead the Indians 31-10 in this DAC rivalry matchup here. Einert to inbound, gets it into Geller, and no backcourt is called there. Some of the student section wanted that one. Cooper Cronky back to Einert, who's guarded by Mason Darrell here. Rhodes comes over to help. Cronky to Geller to Billmeyer on the wing. Guarded by Rhodes. Cronky gets behind the screen. Three is no good. Rebound by Jack Lux. And he gets it ahead of Mason Darrell. Mason Darrell to Reed Kagi. Reed Kagi is fouled, and he will go to the line for
Crown
two.
Point really trying to push the pace of this game. And Gabe, tell me if I'm wrong, but did I see the student section with an ESPN broadcasting setup before the game during warm-ups?
Yeah, before the game down there, some of the guys had a table trying to take our jobs, Braydon. They had headsets and everything down there. The student section having fun, as always, and this is a great night for them. And there
they still have the table up. I can't see it with all the people standing up, but there looks to be 4 seniors down there. I see Caden Matuzak, one of them, who's
on game
had
night
up
with
here
us,
on the desk before. He's a Michigan baseball commit, going to go play baseball up in Ann Arbor.
And, of course, Sean Dunlap, the Tennessee commit, will be doing their games really soon on the Dog Radio.
See, he's standing behind. He's like the sideline reporter of this bunch down there.
Trying to take our jobs down there. Free throw from Kagi is good. Lead up to 22 here just a half minute into the second quarter. Billmeyer guarded by Mulaski. Mason Darrell comes with pressure. Reverse layup is good. High off the backboard from Jacob Billmeyer.
It seems like that Billmeyer and Einert have been the only kind of sense of life we've seen out of this Lake Central team on offense and defense. They're going to have to really step up and find some depth here if they want to compete.
And Jack Lux stepped out of bounds trying to get around some of the Lake Central pressure. 32-12, 20-point lead here early in the second quarter. Einert to inbound, gets it into David Aguilera, who has not done a lot tonight. I mean, not a lot of any of the LC players have done much except for Einert. Geller underneath, good pass to Billmeyer. Didn't want to go with the layup there. Backing down Reed Kagi. Billmeyer still backing him down. Geller up top again. Hesitated on the shot maybe there. Einert underneath. One-handed goes up and grabs it, and he's fouled by Mason Darrell, who doesn't like the call. And Dikembe Shaw is at the scorer's table.
Mason Darrell kind of wanting a push-off, signaling the ref, fully extending his arm, like he pushed me, but just not advocating to the call. And it's very hard to change a ref's mind, Gabe. I don't think I've ever seen a ref make a call and then a player go talk to him and then the call gets reversed the other way.
Evan Geller inbounds. David Aguilera back to Geller into the corner. A wide open three is no good from Becker. Billmeyer gets the offensive board though. 6.5 minutes to go. Geller to Billmeyer once again, trying to get around a screen from Kagi. Floater bounces no good. Dikembe Shaw comes away with another rebound up to Mason Darrell. Mason Darrell steps right into a three, and he is fouled. Becker doesn't like the call. Maybe Darrell extended his leg there a little bit. 3 free throws coming from Mason Darrell.
Yeah, to me it looked like Becker kind of just flew on top of Mason Darrell. The ref's convening now. we may not getting a shooting foul. So, and I saw Mason Darrell's lips. He said, "How is that not a shooting foul?" And I'm a little confused here too. So they might be saying that once Darrell
Coach Swan is getting an explanation.
That they're saying that after the shot had gone up, that's when the contact was made. So it'll be on the ground, not a shooting foul, which would have been a three-point play for the Bulldogs.
Kingston Road steps in. Here's Darrell, another three. No good. Bryce Peters comes away with the rebound. Becker takes a tumble. Mason Darrell's third try to three is good. Third try is the charm, Braydon.
But this is a situation where I don't know if Mason Darrell should have tossed up that first three. It's a situation where he's got to calm his emotions down and get back to playing basketball.
Aguilera's got to get into the front court here. Geller sets a screen for him to get free. Under 6 minutes to play. Becker nearly stolen by Darrell to Billmeyer. Billmeyer drives into the middle of the Crown Point. Defense floats it up and in.
Dikembe Shaw not wanting to risk a foul, kind of just let Billmeyer walk to the rim and trying to just get a hand up.
7 points for Billmeyer so far tonight. He's got half of the Lake Central points. Him and Einert. Einert with 4 of the 14. Those guys combining for 11 of the 14. Peters guarded by Aguilera, 11 on 11. Cooper Mulaski underneath, wanted to go for a reverse layup. Mason Darrell wide open for a three, no good. Gets his own rebound. Jumper, no good as well. Evan Geller comes away with the rebound. David Aguilera brings it up. Peters went for the steal, didn't get it. No look pass to Einert. What a pass from Aguilera. On his knees on the ground, got it to Noah Einert, and he laid it up and in.
That is one of the more impressive things I've seen her sitting at this desk, Gabe.
Kingston Rhodes being pressured up top by the two guards, Becker and Aguilera. Now he's going to step into a three, and it is good. Kingston Rhodes hits his first three of the night.
We normally don't see the Rhodes brothers shooting long-range shots, specifically three-point shots, but, I think they're one of those guys where it's definitely quality over quantity when it comes to three-point shooting.
Billmeyer's three is no good. Dikembe Shaw comes away with the rebound. Here comes Peters to Kingston Rhodes. Didn't try that one. Drives in. Left-handed layup is good.
See, there's that perfect example. They may shoot one or two, but then they'll have the opposing teams jumping every time they pump fake. Then they'll have a perfect drive to the lane.
They're out to 40 points, and Ariana Pantoja on the court with the girls' basketball head coach, Brad Stengel.
Here with the girls basketball coach. Tomorrow, the girls basketball team is going to semi-state at LaPorte High School against Norwell. Coach, what can you tell me about this first game?
It's going to be really tough, but you know what? Anytime you play in this time of the year, it's always hard. So we're really excited to go to LaPorte tomorrow. Norwell's fantastic. They won a 3A state title last year, so we'll have Bulldog Nation there, and we're going to try our best and then put our best foot forward.
And the Lady Bulldogs will win
if we don't turn the basketball over. We'll be okay.
Thank you so much. Good luck. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ariana Pantoja. Excellent job down there. Thanks to Coach Stengel for giving us yet another interview. Man, he gives us a lot of those. We're grateful to him.
This has been, in a first year for Coach Brad Stengel, has been a very good one, very impressive one. And this is a girls team that we very well could see in Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Yeah, they're in semi-state, as he said. They're playing Norwell and the winner of McCutcheon and Northridge. If they win that game in the semi-state final, Darrell lays that one up, no good. Goes down a little bit hard, gets up just fine. So yeah, the girls will have a great shot at Gainbridge Fieldhouse next Saturday if they win 2 games tomorrow. But for now, Lake Central and Crown Point battling it out here in the DAC matchup. Dikembe Shaw comes away with another rebound. The Bulldogs are already out to 42 points. Kingston Rhodes a three, no good. Peters comes in for the offensive rebound. He drives down, gets it over to Mason Darrell a three. That one's no good. Mulaski gets another offensive rebound. Peters got it. Foul is called on the floor. Man, that's 3 offensive rebounds in 1 possession, Braydon. This team looks faster than ever.
I think this is honestly one of the best games we've seen this Crown Point team play. They are just firing on all cylinders right now, offense, defense, rebounding. They're not turning the ball over, which I think is one of the keys to this Crown Point team's success.
Dikembe Shaw, a long contested three, and Airball gives it a little smile after that one. knows that was maybe a poor decision.
Trying to laugh that one off is
It's senior
heard
night.
some,
We can
heard
give
some
him an
words
excuse.
from the Lake Central student section as well after that one, trying to laugh that off. Is if he misses one, definitely going to hear from it being the superstar of this team.
Inyard underneath, gets wide open and lays that one through. 42-18, 3 minutes to go. Kingston Rhodes brings this ball up to Kembe Shaw, left wide open, steps right into a three, in and out. Rebound battled for. Kingston Rhodes has got it. Bulldogs with a whole lot of offensive rebounds so far to Kembe, to MJ Wilson, driving baseline right at Geller. Back out to Kembe Shaw, who settles with a few dribbles, being double teamed over there on the wing corner area. Now he drives, right-handed layup, no good. He is fouled. 2 free throws coming for Kembe Shaw.
Now, that 2-3 zone, as we see Sean Dunlap on the screen here, and they gave rally towels to the entire student section and parts of the stands here. I think that's something very special here. But on this 2-3 zone, when Kembe Shaw had the ball up at the top right side of the court compared to where we are relevant, on the far side, Bryce Peters was standing wide open with looked like no one even noticing that he was back there. Could have been a good offensive shot at a deep ball for Crown Point.
No, Inyard inbounds to David Aguilera, and here come the Indians once again trying to battle through this large deficit they've created for themselves, down 26 with just about 2.5 minutes to play here before halftime. Aguilera trying a three on the big Kembe Shaw, and he hits a three. 44-21, 2:20 to go. Kingston Rhodes to his brother Caden, over to Peters. Peters just going to try the three, and that one's good. They're hitting everything right now, Braydon.
This is a three fest on both sides of the ball. Teams have just really wanted to shoot, and I mean, these defenses are letting them have it, so keep shooting would be my message.
Inyard tries to get it to his underneath. Now Cronky's got it. Aguilera's got it right back. He's looking for something. Inyard's not there. Stolen away by Rhodes. Here comes Caden Rhodes to Kingston Rhodes. Drives inside. Wide open layup is good, and they're nearly to 50 before halftime.
Now, back in the day, Gabe, that might have been called a travel, but nowadays I believe they call it a gather step. Players are allowed a couple more steps, gather their footing. But, I mean, back maybe even 5-6 years ago, that would have been called a travel on Kingston Rhodes.
Martinez lays that one in with the left hand. Peters again open in the corner, doesn't take it. Ball tipped, stolen away by Aguilera. Here he comes on a fast break. Kembe Shaw wanted the block. He's going to lay it in. High off the backboard. Minute and a little bit of change to go here before halftime. 49-25 is the lead for the Bulldogs. On the floor is Caden and Kingston Rhodes, MJ Wilson, Kembe Shaw, and Bryce Peters. Wilson wanted Kembe, didn't have him. Peters drives in, ball stolen away. Peters gets it right back, lays it up and through on the double clutch.
There's the physical play by this Crown Point team, which I think they've learned over the past 2 seasons. Right, last year we didn't see it a lot in later season games, especially in the state tournament against Fishers. This is going to be a new message to this team that when balls don't go their way or they might get a steal, there's always a chance to get that ball back.
So 51-25 is the score. A 26-point lead, 35 seconds to play here in the second quarter. The Indians trying to get a little bit of momentum going into half here. Not a lot of time to spare, though. Inyard's going to drive on Reed Kagi, who just checked in. Ball stolen away, but a foul is called. Jack Lux also checked in with Reed Kagi, his second time in tonight.
Looks like that foul's on Caden Rhodes. Just reached in a little too far for the ref's liking, which not what Coach Juan wants to see. Is he has his hands on his head. He did put his hands on his head when that foul was called. And Caden Rhodes almost makes up for it right away.
Under 20 seconds to go, Cooper Cronky to Evan Geller. Cronky left wide open, tries a three, and that one's good. Cronky having a pretty solid night, and he hits his first three, his first points of the night. 5 seconds to go. Peters brings it up. 3 seconds to go. He's going to have to get this one off. A deep three is good. And what a way to end the half. The Crown Point Bulldogs, a dominant first half. 54-28 is your score at halftime. And Ariana Pantoja, our courtside reporter, with Coach Swan, a 26-point lead here going into halftime, and we're going to send it down to Ariana Pantoja.
Coach, we're up by 54 points right now. We're doing really good. Earlier when we talked, you said you wanted them to be disruptive and to be blocking these rebounds, and that's exactly what they're doing. How are we feeling about that?
There's a great dichotomy when you're playing good defense. It's a lot harder to guard us if we're getting stops. They're not having to take the ball out, or we're not having to take the ball out, so we're able to get out and run, and we're able to get some easy shots and play a lot of inside out.
Yes, and since it is their senior night, do you think it has any influence on how they're playing?
I think so. I think we're just locked in right now. I think the guys know what's at stake, and they want to come out and have a great game tonight.
Yes, that's amazing. Good luck in the second half. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Ariana Pantoja. Another excellent job done down there with Coach Swan. Thank him for his time down there on the court as the Bulldogs head to the locker room with a 26-point lead, leading 54-28 as we see our dance team down there at half court doing their thing here at halftime. And Braydon, I mean, there's no other word to describe what the Bulldogs did than dominance. That's about it.
Yeah, and Gabe, honestly, I don't know. If you didn't show me a score, if there was no scoreboard and I couldn't see it right now, I would argue that this is a much closer game than we think. I mean, I don't think Lake Central has been playing that bad. I think early in transition, they've been playing a little poor. But, I mean, regardless, I think they haven't played that bad. I think just the speed of Crown Point has kind of taken over.
Yeah, I feel like, well, at least when me and Braydon have broadcasted these games, this looks like the fastest Crown Point team we've seen. And I think you hit the nail right there that Lake Central isn't playing that bad. It's just that Crown Point is playing maybe their best game of the season.
Yeah, I think so, and I think this talent, I mean, I talked about the Kembe Shaw in his three-point shooting aspect, kind of a linear growth as the season has gone on. I think that's a group-wide effort, this entire team, and we haven't even seen the full team yet. There's still guys on the bench that haven't played. So, like, guys like Nathan Drahowski just coming to mind off the top of my head, he hasn't been in the game yet. So I think I want to see some of these guys. You're now up big. I mean, Coach Swan probably going to leave the seniors into the fourth quarter. But, I mean, this Crown Point team, they're gelling late, which is what you want to see out of a team contending for a championship.
Yeah, absolutely. And this team has an excellent shot at that. If you were just joining us here on the Bulldog Network, I'm Gabe Trevino alongside Braydon Zamojski. Thank you for joining us here tonight. The Crown Point Bulldogs and the Lake Central Indians is the game you are tuning into. 54-28 is your halftime score, a 26-point lead. And we're going to come back with analysis of this game here on our halftime show. Stay tuned here on the Bulldog Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance.
We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance.
And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
At Crown Point High School, we are a connected community. The larger we grow, the stronger we become, because at our core are values that guide us.
What does it mean to be part of our Bulldog community?
It means courage, facing adversity head on, leading with grit, and knowing that every setback is a step forward.
Crown Point taught me not to be afraid to try something new.
It means creativity, from center stage to classroom labs. It is where passion meets purpose and innovation takes shape. Bulldogs bring ideas to life. It means citizenship, giving back, lifting others, building a stronger community together.
Our students learn that leadership begins with service.
It means culture. Every story, every background, every voice adding to our shared experience. It means being future ready with more than 20 career pathways, 60 dual credit and AP courses, and preparation for college, career, or service.
I know Crown Point is helping me get where I want to go.
And through it all, we stay connected. With more than 75 clubs, sports, and activities, there's a place for everyone. Every classroom, every activity, every team. Woven together into one community. Crown Point High School, where the heart of a Bulldog stays with you, ready to take on the world. Connected at our core.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Bulldog Network. Thank you for joining us here for Lake Central versus Crown Point. The Crown Point Bulldogs lead 54-28, a 26-point lead here at halftime. And Braydon, we said it before we went to break here, total dominance is the word we used.
Yeah, and I think on both teams, it's been the bigs who've had the effect. I mean, Dikembe Shaw, obviously. Like, Dikembe Shaw has been the game changer here. And then Noah Einert, we talked about him before we went on air, how he could have an impact. And the biggest thing for me, he's not playing like a 6'3 forward. He's playing like a 6'5", 6'6 forward who's really big, is playing physical into the basket, getting rebounds, and putting shots back up.
Yeah, he's averaging 17.1 points per game. Jacob Billmeyer, second on the team with 11.8. He's also had a good impact, but I don't think a good enough impact if this team wants to come back and win. And I think, again, a great point. Einert needs to stop backing down these Crown Point bigs because they have a lot of them. They have Cooper Mulaski. They have Dikembe Shaw. Mason Darrell isn't that easy to back down. Bryce Peters isn't easy to back down. I'd even argue Kingston Rhodes isn't even that easy to back down. So I totally agree. Maybe gets out 3 to shoot more. And Ariana Pantoja will be down with Ryan Sexton. Jayla Miller.
Well, we're going to see him do the best that we can, keep competing for 32 minutes, get some, see if we can't make some adjustments next week. Bound. I know right now, I mean, they're a little bit bigger and faster than us at every position, but we got to do a better job of boxing out and going and grabbing the ball.
Nice. Thank you to Jayla Miller and Coach Ryan Sexton down there on the court. It's not been the greatest night for his team, I think. He also hit the nail there, like just total fast. They're everywhere. It seems like the Bulldogs are just everywhere. And again, like we said before we went to break here, this is the fastest this team has ever looked.
Yeah, and I think late in the year, that's what you're looking for the team. How fast and how dominant can they play the sport of basketball? And I think Crown Point has checked almost every box tonight.
As for the seniors, it's senior night here at Crown Point. There's 6 of them on this team. Jack Lux, the Rhodes brothers, Mason Darrell, Bryce Peters, and Dikembe Shaw, and Braydon. What a group of seniors that is.
Yeah, you talked about it during the intro, and they said over the ceremony what a meaningful group of seniors. That wasn't emphasized enough. Like, this group of seniors, these 6 guys who have been here since freshman year, a lot of them played varsity since freshman year, they are going to be missed.
Yeah, I mean, not only are they going to be missed by the community, but also by this basketball team. This basketball team has a lot of young talent, but it's going to be hard to replace guys like Dikembe Shaw, Mason Darrell, Bryce Peters, who came in here in his junior year from Maryville. Even guys like Jack Lux, who come off the bench, hit a few threes. Caden Rhodes, who stepped up huge in Kingston Rhodes' absence. And, of course, Kingston Rhodes himself, who's just an incredible guard. And we wish them the best of luck in their future. And, MJ Wilson is, I think, the guy we first think of. And, well, Cooper Mulaski is also here for another year. But MJ Wilson, we got a lot to hope for here.
Yeah, I mean, I think even some of these freshmen that came in, Christian Hughes, Liam Bazin, some of these guys that, I mean, they still have 3 years after this year to grow and improve, and they're already getting varsity minutes.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a young team, and they should have a great, bright future ahead of them with Dikembe Shaw and all the other seniors leaving. Dikembe Shaw headed to the University of Illinois Chicago. Mason Darrell headed to Bellarmine. And the Crown Point Bulldogs and Lake Central Indians getting ready to go here in the second half. 54-28 is your score if you're just joining us here on the Bulldog Network. Thank you for joining us. A 26-point lead right now for the Bulldogs, the 10-9 Lake Central Indians, and the 17-1 Crown Point Bulldogs. Here we go, underway in the second half. Coach Sexton frustrated, but I mean, maybe just trying to tell his guys, just give your best effort, try and make this as close as possible here in the second half.
As you saw there, as the Lake Central was inbounding the ball, the ESPN desk still up for this Crown Point student section.
Kroenke lays that one in, first bucket of the second half. A little floater off the back rim. Kingston Rhodes now with the ball on the wing. 54-30 is the score. I mean, the Bulldogs, if they are to keep it up, they're on pace for 102 points, which I think would shatter a record.
I think I would lose my mind.
I would probably lose my mind as well if the Bulldogs were to get to 100. And Kroenke gets this one away to Aguilera.
Gabe, I just know the pedigree of Crown Point sports here, and you know, Coach Bazia, the football team, Coach Swan, they don't normally take their starters out or their top guys out until very late. And so I think we might see 100 points.
Kingston Rhodes hits a three in the corner there, his second of the night. Just under a minute gone by here in the third quarter. Aguilera up top, guarded by Rhodes. Swings it over to Einert, who we talked about. Has to be bigger here in the second half. Goes up on Molaski. He's fouled. We'll get 2 free throws here. And he will go to the line for 2. 27-point lead for the Crown Point Bulldogs. Einert, first free throw is good. He has 9 points tonight. Could be his 10th here with this free throw. The student section down there with their ESPN table, as we said in the first half, trying to take our jobs, trying to create their own. They're rebelling against us, Braydon. They're rebelling.
You know, Caden Matuzak said when he was on the show, his message to the people was come to games, have some fun. And
I think that's worked.
I think it has. This is the most full it's been since we've broadcast games.
Yeah, I think it definitely has worked. There's been a lot more students. I mean, on the snow day just about a month ago against Chesterton, there was a lot of people. I would maybe even say more people here.
I think there was more people in the crowd, but I've never seen that student section more full, Gabe, than it is right now.
Yeah, and that student section, and also the Lake Central student section, it's emptied out a little bit, but they also have a lot of fans here too with a rivalry game. David Aguilera brings this one up to Einert, handed off to Martinez, to Billmeyer, who's the leading scorer tonight with 7 tonight. Now hand off to Kroenke, back to Billmeyer, guarded by Dikembe Shaw. About 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Einert drives, nothing there on Molaski. Kroenke going to try a deep three. That one's no good. Bryce Peters comes away with this rebound. He's got 10 on the night, 4 double-digit scores right now for the Crown Point Bulldogs on the floor. 5:40 to go in the third quarter. Peters dribbling up top. Mason Darrell going to try a deep three. That one is good.
Mason Darrell is fired up in this one, and he has been hitting threes like it is practice shooting.
5:20 to go. Billmeyer gets an open shot, and he rains that one down. I mean, threes are just coming all over the place so far tonight. 28-point lead. Darrell's going to try another deep three. That one gets the bounce and rolls in.
And I don't think this Crown Point team is going to stop, as, again, this is a rivalry game, a tough matchup, and now it looks like Crown Point will get the ball again.
Not sure what happened. Somewhere the inbound down there happened. 31-point lead 5 points. 5 minutes to go, excuse me. Kingston Rhodes to Mason Darrell up top. 66-35. Kingston Rhodes layup is good and one.
Again, there's that physical play from Kingston Rhodes, ability to get under the basket and just get that foul drawn, taking the contact and just eating it.
33-point lead with just under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs with this free throw. I mean, if it was 2, they'd be able to get to 70 here. And we're not even halfway through the third quarter. That free throw, no good. Mason Darrell dives at the ball, still up 33. He's diving at a loose ball. Kingston Rhodes a 3, no good. Rebound by Geller for 40 to play. And he gets it to Einert, who will bring this one up. Coach Sexton yelling directions from the Lake Central sideline. And it looks like the guys will be coming off the bench. Reed Kagi, MJ Wilson, Jack Lux, Nate Jerhowski, and Caden Rhodes all checking in. The Kembe Shaw slams that one down. And ours, Jayla Miller, has a senior memory of the man who just dunked that one down to Kembe Shaw.
The team was Dikembe just scored a basket. One of his favorite memories being on the team was securing a win against Portage at Regionals night and being able to spend time with his boys off the court. They're doing a tremendous job tonight. He acknowledged that they had a lot of setbacks in the past, but he loves how much they've improved so far. Guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jayla. And I think I was there at that Portage game in Regionals last year. That was an incredible, I mean, as just a fan, I can't imagine playing in it, and Dikembe had an incredible game. That was, I mean, a great game against a really good Portage team, which sent the Dogs to semi-state last year. I was out there in Michigan City.
And that game was, 1, sold out, which was probably an unbelievable atmosphere, and 2, that's a Portage team that beat them earlier in the regular season. And what was a heartbreaking loss at the time for the Bulldogs. That was a 2-game losing streak at the time.
Yeah, going into that game, I mean, you could consider the Dogs underdogs in that game.
Yeah.
And with that basket there, the Bulldogs put the Indians on a running clock, up 35 here, make it 36 with Kingston Rhodes' free throw. And most of the seniors here checking out. Caden Kingston and Jack Lux checking in, and Ariana Pantoja has a senior memory of Bryce Peters.
One of Bryce Peters' favorite memories was playing a sold-out regional game. He said the energy in the gym was crazy. Everyone was loud, and he really felt the support. And then going to semi-state last year was special, too, because it showed how much the whole team worked together. These moments are something he'll never forget. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Ariana. I mean, again, that regional game, incredible. I mean, it's kind of not shocking that was their favorite game. And then they beat Homestead in semi-state. We were there doing it on the Dog Radio, and then, I mean, ran into just a juggernaut in Fishers. And, oof, that team, they actually lost to, was it Jeffersonville?
Yeah, they did. They got upset by Jeffersonville. And I'll tell you, Gabe, leading up to that semi-state game, when we were driving over to Elkhart, I believe it's out east of us, like straight east, and when you hear that they play these semi-state games at a middle school, you don't really know what to expect. Their gym is bigger than ours, with a jumbotron coming down from the center. Looked like a college basketball arena. My breath was taken away.
Yeah, that Elkhart gym was great. We drove out there. What was about an hour and a half out there. I mean, great experience. And, again, that regional game against Portage, I think, is a great memory of all these seniors. Jack Lux up top, one of the seniors on this team in the game. Nate Jerhowski, a junior. He'll be here for another year, and he is called for, I believe, a carry, maybe a double dribble. And the clock will wind under 3 minutes here with the Bulldogs up 36. If you're just joining us here on the Bulldog Network, I'm Gabe Trevino alongside Braydon Zamojski, and you're joining us for some Bulldog dominance so far. 72-36 is the lead here against the Lake Central Indians. Einhardt's floater, no good. Jerhowski with the rebound. Here comes Reed Kagi. Goes right into Aguilera. Caden Rhodes had an open shot, didn't take it. Over to Jack Lux in the corner. His third time being in the game tonight. A three lands short. Rebound by Aguilera. Brings it up the court, tries to get it to Einert. Einert says go higher with that pass, and it falls out of bounds. It will be Indian basketball.
You know, Gabe, thinking back again about that semi-state game, talking about memories, I'd say my favorite memory is probably taking pizzas home that night, eating them in the car. That was a pretty good time for all of us who were very hungry after a long day.
The hospitality there at Elkhart was incredible. They treated us so well. Thank you to them. And, yeah, was bringing home those pizzas in the car. Boy, it was, there was a lot of food in that car, and I did not enjoy driving home. I wasn't able to eat. I was the one driving. I couldn't eat. Everyone else in the back was eating. I was disappointed. But still a great memory regardless. Einert at the line once again. He has 11 on the night, the leading scorer here for the Indians. His first free throw is good. And Einert with now 12 points on the night. Clock will still be running up 35, but if he hits this one, the clock will stop running. That one is good, so at 34, the clock, will not continue to wind. 1:41 to go here in the third quarter. Jahowski up top, Jack Lux over on the wing. Lux, a free throw line jumper is good. Jack Lux with his first bucket here on senior night. Good for him, hitting his first basket,
Now some keen-eyed viewers might know that at the bottom of your screen would be former Crown Point Mayor David Uran reffing this game.
Interesting fact that was pointed out to us, and there he is on your screen. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Reed Kagi drives inside, a little hop step. Einert gets tripped up, and a travel is called.
Mayor Uran called that travel. The former mayor of Crown Point was kind of the mayor throughout me and Gabe's childhood.
Wasn't here when he was mayor. But, yeah, I mean, interesting to see him reffing on a basketball court. Kind of a weird
Yeah, I was a little
transition,
surprised when the two of us had gotten the tip that he was reffing this game.
Under 30 seconds to go here. Another interesting tidbit here on senior night. 20 seconds to go. Driving is Martinez inside the Geller. Geller goes up. A tough layup, no good. Einert follows that one. So the clock will wind down here on the final 10 or so seconds of the third quarter. Caden Rhodes brings this one up. 5 seconds to go. Rhodes trying to get away from it. They got to get a shot off here. Jahowski's going to have to try a three at the buzzer. No good. I know he wanted that one. So the lead after three is 34. 74-40 is the lead. The Crown Point Bulldogs going into the fourth quarter with a comfortable cushion. And we're going to send it down to our courtside reporter, Ariana Pantoja.
While I was talking with Coach Swan, he told me how special the senior group is. He said this group is one of the most decorated senior classes in high school history. He's been with them ever since elementary, so they're very close. It's definitely sentimental down here. I hope it's sentimental up there in the booth for you guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Ari. It is quite sentimental. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think. I don't think it's kind of set in for us yet that these guys are going to be leaving. We won't see Dikembe Shaw hitting dunks, shooting threes next year. We'll see a great group of guys, but I mean, Coach Swan, I think, is right. This is one of the most decorated senior groups.
Without a doubt. And me and you, Gabe, we're talking about this wall, which you might be able to see on the edge of your screen as the cheerleaders are on the screen. But there's a wall above where all the senior banners are with all the All-Indiana players. And we were talking about, would we see Dikembe Shaw up there after this season? And we both agree that I think without a doubt we'll see him up there.
Yeah, and hopefully his jersey will be up there. All the seniors got their jerseys in some nice framings. I mean, it must be a great feeling getting rewarded playing 4 years here at a very good Crown Point program that has become a very great program.
Yeah, and being around, I think one of the reasons about that, without a doubt, is our amazing athletic director, Bill DeRula, who just recently announced his retirement. But coming from kids, when we talked to Mason Darrell and Dikembe Shaw, they said they've been around Coach Swan and his influence since elementary school and played together since elementary school.
And that's where that chemistry and that bonding, as Ariana talked about, that's where it comes from. As MJ Wilson lays this one in, clock back to running up 36. Cooper Cronky, a lot of the Lake Central starters are in right now. I think everybody but Evan Geller, who's being guarded by Nathan Jurhowski down on the block, are in. The ball flies out of bounds there. Clock will continue to roll up 36, and some of the Crown Point fans starting to slowly pour out here on a dominant should-be win unless Lake Central pulls off an absolute miracle here in the final 7 minutes. Cronky brings this one up, trying to get around a great defense from Caden Rhodes. MJ Wilson, Einier drives in, nearly slams that one down on Jurhowski. Here comes Wilson, he drives down, no fouls called, ball stripped away. K to Caden Rhodes, under 7 minutes to play, trying to cross over. Cronky drives right at him, he is fouled and will go to the line for 2.
And even, I mean, we talk about chemistry on this team, Gabe, but MJ Wilson, a guy who maybe has not been around this group as long, not the same age, a little younger, it seems like this group, this older group, has just kind of embraced him. He gets a lot of minutes in games, and he's made a meaningful impact on this team.
Caden Rhodes, his first free throw is good. He's got 7 points here tonight on senior night. A good night for him as well. MJ Wilson, the sophomore here, still got 2 more years of him. He's got 10 tonight. Second free throw is good. Lead up to 38 here tonight, 78-40. If you were just joining us here on the Bulldog Network, joining us a little bit late, I'm Gabe Trevino, joined by Braydon Zamojski. Thank you for joining us regardless. But so far, dominance, dominance, dominance is the key word for the Bulldogs tonight. Up 38, 78-40 on their rival, the Lake Central Indians. 6-0, looking to go to 7-0 in the conference, 17-1 on the year. And a tough shot, kind of going off the backboard, kind of a fadeaway one-handed jumper from Einier.
You know, Gabe, I actually just looked over at the student section, just randomly glancing over. They have big heads of the seniors. I didn't see that until right now, but I looked over, and Jack Lux was staring right back at me.
Dikembe Shaw's face is over there, too. I saw his face go up. And you told me there was a baby face of Mason Darrell down there, too?
Yeah, I did look over their pregame. That's the only one I did see. I didn't know they had all of them. But they had a baby picture of Mason Darrell with a red headband on.
Yeah, I don't know how those guys get a hold of those photos, but, man, I mean, that'll be fun for these guys. I bet they enjoy having all the support from this awesome student section that we have here at Crown Point. 5.5 minutes to play. Wilson's first free throw rattles through. That is 11 for him tonight. That is the 5th double-digit score on this Crown Point team tonight. And 1 basket from Caden Rhodes would make it 6 double-digit scores, up to 80 points. Now on the night, trying to get a lead to 40 here against the Indians. Einier still in the game for this team. Martinez, a little pump fake behind the back dribble, drives in. That one is no good. Foul is called on the floor, so the Indians will inbound underneath.
Yeah, just again, just getting a little too physical. Looked like that one was called on Nate Jurhowski, someone who's not very kind of used to being in games. He's been in a couple, but as a junior, kind of not really getting a lot of varsity time, so that's just a little bit of inexperience on the defense side there.
Ball stolen away. A good play by Caden Rhodes. Jurhowski comes away with it to MJ Wilson. Swings it over a little bit too hard. Mason Darrell wanted to take a 3 from the bench. Pulled that one back. And Lake Central will inbound, having fun here on senior night. 4.5
Well, you know, Gabe, who's not having fun? Coach Swan. He still stern-faced. And his coaches are having some talk down there by their bench, but he is still just locked into this game. Doesn't really mind the fact that it's senior night and his players might be having a little bit of fun. No fun here.
You know, making the comparison to Coach Buzz of the football team, I mean, that's a perfect comparison. I mean, he's up 38, and he doesn't look happy whatsoever.
One of my favorite memories from the football season was actually against Lake Central. I was over on the sideline taking pictures when they were at Lake Central, and we were up 42-0, and LC had almost run a kickoff back. And Coach Buzz looked at his staff and said, is that our second kickoff team? They replied with yes, and he said, don't put them in again. So that just shows that, I mean, we have a very set of competitive coaches that they like to win and they really hate to lose.
So last few seniors checking out for the Bulldogs tonight. Caden Rose and Jack Lux, a very successful senior night for all the seniors on this team. They are now all out. Christian Hughes, one of the freshmen on the court, as well as Liam Bazin. All the young guys getting some reps here on senior night, as well as Carson Boomsma checking in for the first time tonight. 3:40 to go, and here he comes in up 37 as MJ Wilson checks out for the night. He also had an incredible night, but not his night. It's not sophomore night. He'll have his senior night one day when, unfortunately, we won't be here.
Yeah.
But,
it honestly, Gabe, looks like freshman night right now on the court. As besides Reed Kagi, who's a junior, we have and Carson Boomsma and Nate Drahowski. So I guess not very freshman night, but Liam Bazin and Christian Hughes making their freshman debut on senior night.
Kroenke steals that one away from Hughes. Clock continues to roll under 3 minutes to go as Lucas Deeb checks in and Reed Kagi checks out. So now only one junior on the floor, and that is Nate Drahowski, along with two sophomores and two freshmen, Boomsma, Bazin, Deeb, and Hughes. Under 3 minutes to go here. Bill Meyer underneath to Einert. Einert's jersey being tugged on. Here comes Deeb up the court, gets to the Boomsma. Boomsma, little double clutch, and he lays it in. Nice move from Carson Boomsma.
I mean, we've seen him when he's gotten into these varsity games before. He is not afraid to make an impact, and he's going to be someone that next year when these 6 guys leave, he's going to be an integral part, along with who's carrying the ball up right now. That would be Christian Hughes and Liam Bazin. The two of them definitely going to be making an impact next season.
Einert lays that one in on the other end. He has 19 tonight. And, I mean, we said he had to have more of an impact. He's definitely had, I mean, as much of an impact as he can have with this, I mean, just suffocating Crown Point defense as Kroenke gets the steal here, drives in on Christian Hughes, lays that one up and in. So lead to 35 with 1:50 to go. Hughes to Deeb. Deeb somehow gets a hold of that basketball, drives in a floater, no good. Hughes there for the rebound, couldn't get it. Drahowski tried to steal that one. Trying to get it back in, could not. Clock continues to wind as we hit about 1.5 minutes to go here on the Bulldog Network. 82-47 is your lead. Cooper Kroenke, the senior guard, to Einert. Over to Martinez, fake the handoff. Einert back to Kroenke. Kroenke likes to try those threes behind the screens. 1:15 to go. Drahowski being backed down by Einert. Einert foul is called on the floor. Drahowski raises his hands as to say, I'm innocent. No foul call.
And, I mean, he can advocate all he wants, but the foul is called, and LC will get the ball.
55 seconds to go. Kroenke inbounds this one to Bill Meyer, who's also had a great night tonight. He's got 11, the second leading scorer tonight. Fade away by Aguilera, no good. Boomsma comes away with the rebound. Christian Hughes bringing the ball up here in the final 35. Liam Bazin back to Hughes, to Drahowski on the wing. Bulldogs maybe trying to hold this one out. Drahowski hands it back over to Hughes. Hughes, Bazin drives in, kicks it around. Deeb, nothing there, and a foul is called with around 15 seconds. Clock will continue to go. And we want to remind you to stick around here on the Bulldog Network. We'll have the seniors down there on the court, recognize them for their 4 years here at Crown Point. And that will do it. The Crown Point Bulldogs defeat the Lake Central Indians in dominant fashion, winning by 35 points, 82-47. A dominant conference rivalry win here tonight, and the Bulldogs move to 18-1 on the season, 7-0 in the conference. The Indians drop to 1-6 in the conference and drop to 10-10 and even 500 on the season. Total A dominant win, Braydon. I mean, that's all we can say. 35 points against a rival. Not very easy to do, and they just did it tonight.
Gabe, there's fireworks on the big screen behind us, and I think that's the perfect way to describe what we just saw. This Crown Point team playing at their highest that they've played all year, and, I mean, it just is impressive.
And Ariana Pantoja with our seniors.
Now that you guys are officially done, who do you think is going to be your biggest opponent to win this state championship?
So far, we're just taking it day by day. Hopefully we see the draw come and whoever the first opponent is in the draw. The state championship is way too far away for us to even be thinking about that because we still got the first round of sectionals, stuff like that. So state, that's way far away. We're focused on sectionals right now.
Bryce, you know, today's senior night. What was your favorite part about today?
My favorite, I was just trying to get the win, you know, having fun with my teammates, my 6 seniors, you know. This is my last time with them, you know, so I want to have fun with them. So we all had fun today. We shared the ball, and we got the dub. That's what mattered most.
And Lux, what was your favorite memory of your entire season?
Just winning the Hall of Fame Classic. We all came together, played super good, shared the ball really well. It was just really fun to win that prestigious tournament.
All right, thank you guys. Back to you.
Thank you, Ariana Pantoja. Excellent job tonight down there on the court side. And we'll have Jayla Miller, our other courtside reporter, with more seniors down on the court.
You guys played really well. Two Twins. How did it feel to win a game with your brother?
It just yeah, it feels great, you know, being injured for a month and coming back and be able to step back on the court with my brothers. Man, it was a great feeling.
You scored tonight. How do you feel?
It feels awesome, man. I mean, coming out here on senior night and being able to make shots, it's an unbelievable feeling. I thought everybody all night, we were making shots everywhere, being unselfish, and, you know, that's why we led to the W.
Congratulations to you guys. What are the
CP.
Woo! Back to you.
Oh, that's great. Excellent by the student section down there, one of the leaders. A great win, just a great atmosphere here tonight in the Crown Point Gymnasium. 35-point win over the Lake Central Indians tonight. All the seniors down there, all 6 of them. Great job tonight, great job on the season, and of course, great job on their careers here at Crown Point.
Yeah, Gabe, I mean, what did we not see? We saw a senior celebration, we saw fireworks, we saw a running clock, we saw the former mayor of Crown Point reffing this basketball game. This, in my mind, this is a perfect night.
I mean, what else could we ask for? There's not, do we want like the president down there reffing the game? I mean, what do we want down there? I mean, we couldn't ask for anything more. We have a mayor reffing the game. We have all the seniors playing well. We have the student section popping out. I mean, it was a great night here tonight. And the Crown Point Bulldogs finish up a dominant win, 82-47. Let's run over a few things as to why they won this game and why they could make a state championship run. Their only loss came to Gary 21st Century, who I honestly, Braydon, think was a possible fluke.
I see. Okay, Gabe, I have watched the film of this game. I've broken it down, done my expert research, and the Bulldogs just fell apart on defense. They were sluggish on defense, and in any other game they've played this year, I haven't seen that, right? I think Gary 21st Century is an amazing team. They are by far the contenders to win their class. And I think that, I mean, the Bulldogs hit a brick wall at a time where they weren't playing their best. So I do agree. I do think it's a fluke. I think if we get them a second time, I think we can take that. I think 9 out of 10 we take that game, but they cut us on the one we didn't play our best.
Yeah, I mean, it was the exact opposite tonight. Fast, defense was great. They didn't look sluggish at all. And again, we just have to say it again. We've said it 2 times. We said it during our halftime analysis. This team just looks faster. It feels like Coach Swan. We talked to Cooper Molaski and Dikembe Shaw in our last broadcast when we were together. It seems like Coach Swan just letting them go out there, just letting them do whatever they want.
Yeah, and I think it's his strictness in practice that leads to this excellence in games. And I think he's preached to us whenever we've talked to him. It's been, we need to work on our play in transition. And, I mean, the first game we broadcasted, we were like, they play really good in transition. And now here at the end of the year, they've somehow gotten even better. So the sky's the limit for this team, and I think Gamebridge Fieldhouse is awaiting for 2 Crown Point basketball teams.
Hopefully the girls play semi-state tomorrow. Good luck to them and Coach Stengel, who gave us an interview earlier tonight. And of course, the boys in just a few weeks will start sectionals here at Crown Point. Hopefully we'll have our live broadcast crew here as well. And if the girls do make state, we will have our radio broadcast on the Dog Radio on next Saturday, February 28th. But as for tonight, senior night here at Crown Point, the Crown Point Bulldogs defeat the Lake Central Indians 82-47, a dominant 35-point win. For everybody behind the crew here on the Bulldog Network, he's Braydon Zamojski. I'm Gabe Trevino. I'm saying good night from Crown Point.